Welcome back to We Are live in St. Louis, Midcoast Studio, midcoast.media. For more information, the great Tommy the intern sitting to my left. Chris Gardner's the producer. He's made himself go off screen. Live from Brooklyn, New York, the great Marvis Morell. He's at apartment in Brooklyn, New York. We've got no sound. That's right, mute his ass. Yeah, what do you got to say about it now?
You guys are rude.
Okay. Joining us live in studio, you can go see him tomorrow night at Helium Comedy Club's Funniest in St. Louis competition. Mr. J.C. Sibala. What's up, buddy?
What's up?
Man, that flow is looking good today, man. Hair is rocking. You did that just to piss you off, Travis. He made his hair look extra nice just so you'd be jealous.
My hair always looks pretty good.
It does, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, what does that mean? You don't appreciate JC's hair?
I like his hair.
Okay.
You can't talk.
That's fair.
JC.
No, he means that literally. You had issues.
Yeah, you can't.
I said it and I was like, I should back down like immediately.
You're like, wait a second. I'm literally dangling a steak in front of a dog that loves eating steak.
I need to call my hairdresser.
Yeah.
The person who cuts my.
Oh, it's your.
Yeah.
Okay, well that gets.
She didn't do it last time, and I got a weird bowl cut, so it looked real bad.
Travis, how does that work in your community? If you go to the wrong barber at the same shop and he gives you the messed up cut, do you put him on blast, or is it your own fault for not getting with your regular guy?
It's generally your fault because you always know the barber who's the one that people
Short line.
avoid. Like that's like you need to know right away if you move to another city or you go to a different barber, you've relocated. Like you need to know which barber in that shop is the guy that everyone else avoids. So if you aren't taking the time to figure that out, then that's on you.
And then if you go to like another barber after that and they just look at your head and say no more, fam.
Like, we know, buddy. You're safe now. You're safe. JC is, again, competing tomorrow night. JC, if you could give us time. I don't know, do you have passes you want to hook anybody up with, or how does that work?
Yeah, I've got to mail it in by noon, but I've got like 6 or 7 left. So
if you guys want to go cheer on JC in the competition, first round is
Who are the finalists, Jade? Who are the finalists?
Just the first. It's the first round. He's got to. If he makes it past the first round, myself and Stacy are judging, so I'll expect some payola as well. I just want to put.
What round is Tommy in?
I couldn't enter that one this year. I had other commitments. That means I couldn't afford it. I didn't have the money.
You did a good job, though. You covered it well.
He didn't have the material.
Okay.
You shouldn't have made that hair comment, Tommy.
I'm working on some things.
I'm going on dates I'm not supposed to talk about.
Yeah.
Gardner, were you surprised when you saw the young lady in the photo that told Tommy?
Here's the thing.
Was my assessment correct?
I think so. Now, I'd like to see her in person because the photo she presents, and Tommy was
Glamour
accurate
shots.
in saying this. Yeah, she kind of looks a little like.
Is she hot?
She actually looks a little like Tommy Lahren.
She looks like Tommy Lahren,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah. But Tommy said she was overrepresented in the photo.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're nice. They're nice. They're professional
So
photos, and we know how those work.
Then I just visualized her talking about the troops sitting across from him at a table in a very fake way, and just that's all I could get out. Couldn't get that out of my head.
Tommy, what did you see in her? Was she like?
I mean, she was pretty.
What attracted you to her?
That was
Probably
about it.
Probably her breasts.
Yeah, she was pretty. She was real pretty.
You should bring like
Tommy.
appetizers or something.
No.
It's like the way to your
No.
Where'd you take her? Did you take her to Arby's?
No, we went to Steak and Shake.
What's that?
That's my go-to.
Tommy.
What was that face?
Yeah. I mean,
What was that face?
maybe I'm siding with her now.
Well,
I'm
he was
starting
like,
to side with her.
I
Look,
once.
man, yeah, I don't know.
Going back to like you're working
Maybe she
on
was
some
right.
things. Maybe before we start dating, we get a date fund together.
I get gift cards from my grandpa. He gives me Steak
Oh,
and Shake
Tommy.
gift cards.
What
so
a good man.
as long as she stays on the 4 and under meal. It's good.
He holds his hand over most of the menu. He goes, "Here, pick your choice."
We'll only need 1 menu, please.
I know what I won't be getting.
But I once went on a date with a girl to a Steak and Shake, and she was eating cheese fries, and I wasn't eating. And she stopped eating her cheese fries for a second and went, "You know, you're real awkward to be around."
I can't think of a worse thing to eat in front of somebody not eating. Chicken wings, maybe. I mean, cheese fries in front of.
Nachos.
Tommy, do you
Yeah.
go on these weird dates just so you can have material?
Yeah,
No, I
think
don't.
so.
But it just kind of happens.
Yeah.
Probably because you're awkward to be around.
Well,
So-
but then I do things.
You know who's not awkward to be around? Tommy Bannister, Circa Properties. That's right, realtor to the stars. He's We Are Live's preferred realtor. That's right, Tommy Bannister, Circa Properties. Drop him a line. You can DM me for his contact info, or you can just go to Circa Properties St. Louis. Travis is trimming his toenails. Circa Properties and Tommy Bannister serving the St. Louis area for many, many years. You can trust Tommy buying or selling your home in St. Louis. Tommy, any more date stories we need to jump into?
No, we don't need to jump into. Look, man. Cut that shit
I
out.
like.
Let's move
I
forward,
realize I
man.
do
Y'all-
weird
y'all doing
things.
too much with Tommy and his miserable ass social life. Nobody give a shit. Let's move forward.
I realize I do
We got a
weird
real
things.
comedian in studio right now. We want to talk about Tommy's miserable ass social
I
life.
think JC handed me a note. He wants to talk more about Tommy's dating life, actually. He's like, "Hey, man, I got a whole 20 minutes I'm going to use
Jay-
tomorrow night at Helium."
JC knows the story because I told him the other night. I recently learned that it's not okay to read Edgar Allan Poe to a girl in bed.
God
Oh,
dang
boy.
it, Tommy.
Yeah.
Dang it.
I,
Did
I,
you tell him to do this?
No.
Perfect.
I have a girlfriend.
That's true.
I
That would speak against that
For-
that form.
For like the last 6 years since I started dating, I've kept a book of Edgar Allan, like the complete works of Edgar Allan Poe,
Yep.
under my bed, so I could pull it out and start reading it to her if we were sitting there, because I thought it was romantic. And then the last time I did it, the girl looked at me and she was like, "Don't ever do that again."
Did she
So-
say nevermore?
Oh,
no, she did
damn it.
not.
Travis, did you have a movie or anything you guys would watch? I feel like JC whipped out like The Notebook or something at one point in his dating career for those like alternatives to Edgar, like a DVD, a romantic comedy, Wedding Singer, anything else like that. Edgar Allan Poe, man.
Yeah, you read Annabelle
gotta
Lee. It's a romantic poem.
Keep it light.
Right? It's a romantic poem.
I was super bro-y when I was younger.
Yeah, I didn't want to call you out on that, but
Well,
I mean,
yeah, you wouldn't.
Abercrombie.
Let's hear about
JC
some of your hero stories.
JC kept an Abercrombie catalog under his bed to check out with the ladies when they stop by.
It smells so good.
That's all me, baby. That's all me. Again, reminder: JC's competing tomorrow night in the funniest of St. Louis competition at Helium, so go support him.
JC, if you could
Why
give
do
me.
you, why do you keep writing stuff down? Is that part of your?
Oh,
It's
it
my.
is.
This is
This is
my
why he's
job.
here. That's why he's
It's
here.
my job. I just also talk.
Because he had to do it in front
Are
of
you
the
making
camera, of
poetry
course.
right now?
No. I have a like I have
We
a
keep talking, you keep writing.
yeah. I
He's a
keep writing the
stenographer.
things
Like,
I'm
man,
saying.
you're really awkward to be around.
Speaking of not awkward to be around, our guy, Mr. Gary. Travis, you know him? You familiar?
I am very familiar with Mr. Gary.
Them Yo people. He's a friend of the show. Also, I hope he's a friend of the show. Brett Hull. They met up in the most St. Louis meeting ever. We have a photo of the meeting. Oh my God, this is amazing. I don't know if Gardner has it for our viewing pleasure. Oh, hell yes. If you're just listening at home, it's Brett Hull in his, is that the Ric Flair drip t-shirt?
Yep.
with Mr. Gary's blue King's hat. Like
Nope.
this is
Crown.
what? That's a crown?
He's corrected you before.
Has he?
Oh, yes, he
Damn.
has.
All right. His blue crown made up just for the momentous occasion.
Glory, Gloria.
Brett Hull.
I think
You know
I
what I
got
love
your
about-
number, Gloria.
Thank you, Brett.
You know what I loved about how everybody was crowing about the crowd and the enthusiasm and the St. Louis Blues
Here it
turning
comes.
around, the city of St. Louis. All the half-empty and abandoned vacant hotels the parade route circled. I love that part. Everyone's, the city's on the move. We're turning it all around as you do a parade around the Millennium Hotel
the
that's been
Millennium,
empty
that's
for
what I was
4
gonna
years.
Yeah. They should have thrown a party in the Millennium. It would have been nice. Chase all the rats out of the first couple floors. So we're happy. We're happy.
Speaking
Mr.
of rats,
Gray
by the
met
way,
Brett
did I
Holt.
tell you guys I saw a rat in the wild last night?
No.
You
Like,
live in
so
New
I've
York
seen
now.
them
It's
on
not
the
the wild.
subway.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
The wild.
Right.
It's
In
the
the
wild.
And we
concrete
won't-
jungle. Was it Splinter?
They own it. They own it.
Was it as big as the one that was the size of my foot behind my house?
This is it's one thing to see a large New York rat in a subway. It's another thing to see it like walking alongside you on a sidewalk. And so it's
the
like the
things from
size
Princess
of a
Bride.
Honda Civic.
Yeah.
Like,
Absolutely.
they're incredibly large. And I've come to the conclusion that they're just waiting us out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they can strike whenever they want. They're choosing not to strike. They're big enough. I think it's 10-1 to every New Yorker for every rat. There are 8.5 million people who live on this island. So yes, there's a strong possibility that the rats are just waiting us out,
You better
and
make
they're
friends
going
with
to
them.
fuck some shit up pretty soon.
That makes sense.
You're gonna
Or
become like best friends with a rat.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be Michael Jackson singing in the background.
I think Travis just got drunk and made his way into the Muppet studio.
10 years ago today, by the way, Michael Jackson passed away.
Oh wow.
Really, I remember the day that happened.
Yeah.
What'd you do to commemorate it?
Farrah Fawcett as well.
Oh,
What?
yeah, poor
just a-
Farrah Fawcett.
I remember the day that happened. Why, did you write it down?
We don't deserve JC. Travis, we've got dogs on film to get to. I didn't know, Gardner, if there was another clip we wanted to check in on.
I was
real quick.
gonna hold off till tomorrow for
Okay.
some of the other stuff.
We'll talk more movie stuff tomorrow, and also Gardner having proof Tommy's a bad driver.
Yep.
Hey, no, we
Couple-
didn't. No, we didn't.
Yep.
No, we
Couple-
didn't.
Sure do.
Couple comments. Lisa says, hello, JC. Tom says there's nothing that he does not love about Mr. Gary and Brett Hull together. Meredith in the comments, JC looking so dapper. No tall tees or baggy jeans today. Whew, playing with fire there, Meredith.
Yeah, like always wearing a tall tee.
She is 6 feet tall. We'll give her that.
She's way taller than that. Right.
Probably feels like that, buddy.
Yeah, it does. When I look up, I'm like,
Keep your chin up, man. Or you won't be able to look her in the eye. Also, we found out that Nature's Nectar is the Aldi's brand of Capri Sun, Travis. So if you want to have a flip name,
Capri-Sun.
if you want to have a flip name, it could be Nature's Nectar.
Why the hell can I
almost slipped.
get?
Nectar, please.
Nectar, please.
No?
It looks
Think
bothered.
that shit
Yeah.
funny?
I mean, it was kind of silly. Yeah.
He's looking at you now.
No,
babe.
first of all,
I
Capri
can't tell.
Suns aren't expensive. Like, why do I need to go to the Capri Suns go up? What? They're not affordable anymore. Why can't I just have a Capri Sun? Why I gotta go buy an off-brand? Why are you being
Capri
racist?
drink.
Right now? And especially from
But it would be
Like, I don't
Capri's
understand this.
possession drink. Capri's drink. Yeah. That's how it works.
Speaking of capris, Meredith keeps commenting.
Oh,
on
boy.
here.
Oh, boy.
Just kidding.
Tommy has a pair of capris.
Hey. All right.
Man prees. Usually we have Dr. Ed in on Wednesdays. He works at Hillside Animal Hospital. He owns Hillside Animal Hospital. Huge thanks to them for supporting us and supporting Gateway Pet Guardians as well. We played Dogs on Film with him. Gardner, I'll let you take it from here. JC's going to take Dr. Ed's place today.
Okay.
We're going to play a game. I've been on fire lately, so I'm not going to feel bad if I roast
3 or 4
Tommy.
in a row now?
3 or 4 in a row. I study. That's what I do when I go home. I study the Rotten Tomatoes scores.
That's illegal.
And that's how it works out. So we'll have Gardner.
He just
explain
has
the
his
game.
open laptop in front of everybody. I don't know.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Right. I'm just. Travis knew all along. I'm just literally cheating right now.
You know, if you did that during trivia, they'd kick you out.
They would.
Yeah.
So that's enough, mister.
Yeah.
That happened to you?
No, I just know the rules of trivia.
Okay, now we know.
Travis, will you do the introduction?
Stimulating social life. That's
Oh, sure, absolutely. It is now time for Dogs on Film.
Mm.
y'all
All
killed
right.
it on that graphic.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
All right.
took us. That was our entire budget for the year. That's why
Yeah.
we're-
Took some effort too, because
Yeah.
I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
You did a great job.
All right. So, Dogs on Film is the name of the game. We don't necessarily do dogs specifically on film anymore because we ran out of dog movies to play the game. So we just kind of create our own themes.
So much for that budget for the
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
We should have thought more about the name.
Now
of
it's just
the
movies with DMX in it.
Yeah. That's a good theme. Tommy, can you write that one
Yeah,
down,
got it.
please? Yeah. So that could
I'll
be a
bite
theme.
you.
Now, we could either do the different pairings as themes or we do a kind of an overarching theme. And this week it's movies from 1995. Movies from 1995. I randomly was looking at one the other day and decided, let's just do movies from this year. So that's the theme for...
The year you were conceived, probably.
You put some thought into that, did you, Gardner?
Yeah. Well, I was looking at one specifically, and I'm like, oh, I want to use this one. And then I looked at the year, and I'm like, let's just do all these
Around
years.
that time.
What year do you think I was born? Take a guess.
Actually, if I had to guess, I would have said 99.
98.
I know why you said 99.
Why?
Because he was comparing you to the other person in his life that's around your age.
Oh.
There it is.
Yeah.
She's older than him. And she's mature.
I'm mature.
She actually is.
Done.
JC dates a younger girl. She's absolutely more mature than every man in this room, and including the one in New York.
I'm mature.
Meredith also said.
Nothing says I'm mature like I'm mature.
Really sold it.
Tommy, will you just speak whatever's in your heart and let JC comment for the rest of the show? Because Travis and I can just take the day off. This is perfect.
That's what I do at his open mic all the time.
Oh, boy. Okay, so we got Dogs on Film, 1995.
Is the theme. I have 6 total movies. We have 3 pairs of movies. We'll pit one movie against another, and you guys have to guess which one has a better score according to Rotten Tomatoes. If you do guess correctly, you get a point. You can get a total of 3 points during the regular session of the 6 movies. I have a 7th movie that I have as a tiebreaker in case,
We won't need it.
well, we'll see. That in that case, it's just one movie, and you have to guess closest to the actual score. Now, periodically throughout, I'll say if a group of you I want to say is right, you'll hear,
Yeah, dog. Yeah, dog.
I might switch it up and say a group of you is wrong. And that's what you'll hear at that point.
And real quick,
Well, let's try
JC,
not to get wrong.
Yeah.
JC, treat that mic like I treat a corn dog from Quick Trip. It's either we've got a mic issue or we just need to be up a little closer.
Oh,
on.
okay.
Little
cool.
test one.
I'm very soft spoken.
Oh,
so.
and it's sexy though. I like
Yeah.
it. Yeah. So there we go.
That's
So
something we got in common.
oh no.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Is that how you give a fist bump?
He
Why
did
do you
the
put the
Sinbad.
knuckle out like that?
We have another comic
Knuckle-
with an
knuckles
issue.
down.
It doesn't go in.
Give him the
Like,
Sinbad.
here
Give
you
him
go.
the
It-
Sinbad.
It hurts to go in.
Oh no.
All right, here.
Give him the
It
Sinbad.
hurts to what?
You're done.
This is hell. Oh boy.
Actually,
I've got a 5-year-old that can give a better fist bump than you.
so is this why you
Shout out
didn't
to little
fist bump
Sibala.
Sinbad? Is it because that's what happens?
That's just
What
how
are
my
those
fingers
noises?
naturally go.
Pterodactyl. He's like, I'm looking at it straight on.
God. Oh, this is perfect.
Getting his Zords out.
Oh boy.
All
Okay.
right. So I do have my friend
Oh, this is
Sean,
so great.
who gives a little description of each of these movies. We record it usually earlier in the week and
Sean gone viral. 28,000 views on his dancing in his underwear video.
at
On Twitter.
at our local watering. Somehow
Alexis Zotos of KMOV thought it was a video from Florida.
Yes.
That's as much.
I thought it was Florida Man.
That was amazing.
So let's get going with our first movie, our first set of movies. These are from 1995. Sean will give you a description here. We have some idle chatter that you'll hear as well from time to time that they might. Some of the conversations tie into the movie, some of them don't. So just be prepared. So here's your first movie for Dogs on Film.
I got the patience of Job. Are we ready?
Why do you have the patience of Job?
Because I have to put up with some bullshit every once in a while.
At work?
Yeah, sometimes the clientele are just whatchamacallit, just ridiculous. First up, Clueless, 1995. Teen romance, 1 hour, 40 minutes. Shallow, rich, and socially successful Cher, Alicia Silverstone, is at the top of her Beverly Hills high school pecking scale, seeing herself as a matchmaker. Cher first coaxes two teachers into dating each other. Emboldened by her success, she decides to give hopelessly klutzy new student Ty, Brittany Murphy, a makeover. When Ty becomes more popular than she is, Cher realizes that her disapproving ex-stepbrother, Paul Rudd, was right about how misguided she was, and falls for him. Her stepbrother? Ex-stepbrother? Well, that didn't make sense.
All right. Clueless is your first one. Clueless is going
I
against.
always forget Paul Rudd's in that. What is he, like 18 in that movie?
Still looks the same, right?
I mean,
Yeah, he
basically.
does.
Just
He couldn't have been over
Had-
25.
Yeah, Brittany Murphy. You could probably date Brittany Murphy.
I don't get it.
I know you're not gonna
Look
get
it up.
No.
Look it up.
Oh, no.
No.
Is this like when you guys had me Google that other thing?
No,
no,
it would be
What
worse.
was that other thing?
We taught him about Lemon Party and everything
Spin.
live on the air. Yeah, Meat Spin was on the air. Yeah. Don't Google that, people.
All right, Clueless
God.
going against.
Next, we have Mallrats.
Oh, hold on here. We've lost audio on one of these,
Okay.
and I have to reset it.
Do your thing. Good
Moment
time to
check.
tell you about
Here we
St. Louis
go.
Counseling Services.
All right, we won't go.
StLouisCounseling.org is where you find them. Just a quick shout out to them. Travis has pieced out. What's happening here? St. Louis Counseling. Sorry, Trav. Go ahead. Gardner, go ahead.
Okay, here's your second one.
Next, we have Mallrats, 1995. Farce, romance, 2 hours, 3 minutes. T.S., Jeremy London, and his best friend Brody, Jason Lee, take a trip to the mall after their girlfriends break up with them. T.S.'s girlfriend, Brandy, Claire Forlani, is participating in a dating game show at the mall, which was the initial cause of their breakup. Meanwhile, Brody's ex, Renee, Shannon Doherty, has begun dating sleazy store manager Shannon, Ben Affleck. T.S. and Brody seek out ways to ruin the game show, hunted all the while by Brandy's father, Jared, Michael Rooker.
Think you could be a driver as a job?
Not yet. Yeah.
How
Driver's license.
Oh, you don't have a driver's license.
Not yet. As soon as I get my car all, get license plates and all that, insurance, all the general, just save some time. I want Shaquille O'Neal. His foot's bigger than a shoebox, don't you know? I do.
I got to show you the video of this guy dancing. Gardner, can we show it to him after the thing?
We might. I don't
We
know
might
if
be
I
able
have it
to.
up
Whatever.
here.
But it's the most amazing thing ever. And this guy is as amazing as he sounds.
So Sean, actually, Sean wants me to find car insurance for him. So we'll see what happens.
I can do it.
Tommy, that'd be great. And Tommy, you're going to love the tiebreaker, by the way. So we have Mallrats versus Clueless. Which one has a better score according to Rotten Tomatoes?
I'll go first. I'm going to feel stupid if Gardner's just playing head games with us. I don't think Clueless can be beat. I think it was actually a good movie. And I think the critics are going to feel real good about it, too, as well. A lot of female empowerment in that.
Tommy?
Mallrats has Jason Lee, so I'm going with that.
Okay.
They have a skateboard game. It's fun.
Trav?
Or
I'm going Mallrats.
Mallrats?
I think Mallrats is the better movie, but I agree with you. I think it seems like everybody, like critics and stuff, when they refer to Clueless, they act like it was this great movie. I'm like, nah.
I think it was
It
fine.
had, it had Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
I'd never
I mean,
heard of
that
it.
was
Well,
good.
Travis's favorite, Stacey Dash, is in it, so that's good.
But I'm gonna say Clueless has the higher.
Yeah, that's what I went with.
Tommy's out on a limb with
No,
Mallrats.
no, Trav went Mallrats.
Oh, Trav went Mallrats too. Okay, our Mallrats folks. Mallrats a 56. Clueless a 79.
I was gonna say 80.
Ah, that's interesting. See, 80, that's
Sounds
right.
like-
But the way people talk about it, you'd think it was a 94.
I've never seen either, so.
I bet Clueless holds up.
I mean,
bet they
Clueless
both
was
hold up.
fine. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think Clueless was bad. I just think 79 is pretty damn high. There are some
is high.
movies that I guess I don't know. I'm trying
When
to figure out.
Clueless's
I'm
claim
turning
to
to
fame is
Dr. Ed.
Iggy Azalea's video, my like homage to it.
Well, also too, like whatever movies like Tommy Boy are hanging out in the 60s or 50s or whatever, and then Clueless is a 79. I don't know.
All right. So, JC and Chris with 1, Tommy and Travis with 0. We move on to our second pairing of movies from 1995. Here's your first one.
Anyway, next up we got Babe. Oh my God, 1995. Drama, fantasy, 1 hour, 32 minutes. Gentle farmer Arthur Hoggett. James Cromwell wins a piglet named Babe. Christine Cavanaugh at a county fair. Narrowly escaping his fate as Christmas dinner when farmer Hoggett decides to show him at the next fair. Babe bonds with motherly border collie Fly, Miriam Margolis, and discovers that he too can herd sheep. But will the other farm animals, including Fly's jealous husband Rex, accept a pig who doesn't conform to the farm's social hierarchy?
You ever work on a farm?
No.
Think you can milk the chickens?
Milk the chicken.
No, I don't want to gather their eggs. No, I don't think I'm not farm material. I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna hoist any hay all over the place and pick up crap all day. I hear it's hard work. Farming.
Bless you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Babe. Is your first one.
Really?
Milk the chicken.
We probably don't even need to do the next one.
It's like
I'm
the
about to
perfect
say
movie.
It really is.
I mean,
It's overrated.
All right.
okay.
Well, we'll see. Babe.
Charlotte's Web
That'll
Finder.
do big.
So this is what it's like.
Bring
to
a
have
tear
good
to your
timing.
eye. All right, Babe, going against...
Next, we have Dead Man Walking, 1995. Drama crime, 2 hours, 2 minutes. As death row inmate Matthew Poncelet, Sean Penn, nears his execution date, he calls upon Sister Helen Prejean, Susan Sarandon, to help him with his one last appeal. Maintaining that he's innocent of the murders of a young couple, Poncelet begins to form a bond with Prejean, and she visits. Begins to form a bond with Prejean, and she visits both his family and the relatives of the victims, hoping to learn more about the case. As things begin to look bleak for Poncelet, Prejean does all that she can to comfort and console the hardened convict.
If given the decision and you were facing the choice of life in prison without the possibility of parole or the death penalty, which would you take?
That's a good question. I'd probably take. I guess I'd live. Yeah,
You can always break out.
it's always that possibility. But I'm not going through 3 football fields of crap to do it. You know what I mean?
And Sean Brennan came out clean on the other side.
Yeah, I mean, thank God it was raining. Otherwise, that motherfucker would have died.
The best assessment ever. Oh boy.
So you have
I
Dead
don't
Man
think he's
Walking-
wrong at that. I don't think he's wrong at all. I didn't even think about that in the plot, but that
Needed
makes
to be
sense.
said.
It's good that it was storming. That
Yeah.
night.
Sean had just enough vodka in him yesterday to make these assessments.
Have some opinions
Yeah.
on it.
So we have Dead Man Walking versus Babe.
Tommy, you can go first.
Dead Man Walking. It's got Sean Penn.
Okay. Trav,
Babe, no doubt. Babe wins easily.
JC.
I'm gonna go with Dead Man Walking because I just remember how all the critics back then were.
Over it. Or
Yeah.
all over it.
Yeah.
This feels like a trap too because Babe is just a lovely movie and
I think
certainly
we're
couldn't win.
nostalgic about it.
Yeah,
because
we
were
were-
younger back then.
Yeah, we probably saw 6 movies in that time span within a few months. That was all I did was go to the damn movies. I'm going Babe.
Who's got Babe? Travis and Chris
Yes, sir.
have Babe.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, dog.
Babe,
Damn.
a
Chris, you gotta be
90,
cheating.
I wish I was.
97,
See, yeah, Babe's like it's seriously just revered.
a 95 for Dead Man Walking.
Okay, so great work. There was a little
Really?
psychology in that one.
Yeah.
I
So
didn't know Dead Man Walking was rated that high. I was going to put that in the 70s. That's interesting. 95 for that? Interesting.
Yeah.
I just remember it was like a huge deal with the critics.
yes, it was.
Yeah.
And so Chris has 2.
Back when every paper had like 2 movie critics on staff. Think about that, Sal. Isn't that crazy?
Before the internet.
Yeah.
You guys want a movie critic on your show? I'll do it.
No.
Nobody cares about.
Travis has a movie critic he'd like to bring on the show.
We already have it. There's already.
That movie would
Don't
tell
you get me
Tommy,
started.
please don't tell
I
anyone
will
you saw
railroad
me.
this show right now. Don't you get me started.
Oh, I'll dangle that carrot. Go ahead.
I
Go
love
ahead, Gardner.
Spider-Man.
I might have to. Okay. What's the score? Chris 2, JC and Travis 1, Tommy 0. As we head into our final pairing.
I'm always the 0.
Okay, here we go.
Say something mean to him, JC.
Let's talk to Travis about his project that he's working on. Do you have a character based off of Tommy?
I am now.
This human Muppet?
Travis, don't
You
you
know
wish
what?
you did the show with JC? How funny is he? My God. Oh, I'm loving it.
The human Muppet, yes. Tommy, oh God, yes. I will. Can I? Yeah, Tommy, send me your headshots. I'm taking it straight to the folks at Sesame this afternoon. They're gonna
don't need
make
a
Muppet
headshot.
into you no time.
You'd send him to Six Flags and have him do the caricature thing. That's what you base
I have
it
a
off
caricature of me.
Of course you do.
Does it look like a glamour shot?
That's what he used to bait in that girl who's getting teamed in behind the Harley dealership.
Yeah, what photo did you use, actually?
I used one with me and a
Second time
sloth.
Chris has said teen, and we're just washing over it.
I used a picture of me and a sloth stuffed animal all around my neck.
Also, Tom Brown looked it up for us. Holy crap, Babe literally nominated for an Oscar for Best Picture.
Yeah, I remember that.
Shout out
I
to
didn't
Tom.
realize that. Wow.
Yeah.
All right, our final pairing. Here we go. Movies from 1995.
Next up, we have Just Cause, 1995. Adaptation, thriller, 1 hour, 42 minutes. Paul Armstrong, Sean Connery, a law professor who staunchly fights the death penalty, is lured into defending a death row inmate. Bobby Earl Ferguson, Blair Underwood, convicted of rape and murder. Ferguson is there due to a coerced confession at the hands of a snarling local sheriff, Lawrence Fishburne. Armstrong starts to suspect that a psychotic serial killer, Ed Harris, may be the real culprit. But the deeper Armstrong gets, the more he realizes he doesn't know who's innocent at all.
All right, there's your first one.
That was
Just
the
Cause.
first movie I ever saw that had Sean Connery dropping an F-bomb.
And it stuck
Was it
with you.
cool?
Because that was
since.
before The Rock.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, man. Which, by the way,
Well, because it was like back then it was like, oh man, he's so distinguished.
Yeah,
It's
he's
Sean
Bond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a scene where Lawrence Fishburne like starts choking him with a seatbelt to like teach him a lesson.
With that thick accent, I'd have to go back and watch and see. It just sounds like, in my head, like it would be hard to understand him saying that word.
well, that's why. Did you ever hear the Barbara Walters interview where he literally, to her face, is like, "Yeah, I'll slap a woman if she gets out of line a little
Yeah.
bit." That was in the '90s
Yeah.
too, by the way. That wasn't from '68.
Oh, that's Sean Connery. Just Cause.
He helped her with her speech impediment.
oh.
That's terrible.
Just Cause going against.
I have an old friend named David Gebbett and another friend named Buzz, whatever his last name is. These are two old cats that were, they were pretty hip motherfuckers. So anyway, they were at the movies one day, and they went to
wanna be a
see
hip motherfucker.
Species, 1995. Sci-fi thriller, 1 hour, 48 minutes. Now, I talked to them as soon as they got out of the theater. Well, onward we go. When government scientist Xavier Fitch, Ben Kinsley, intercepts a space transmission containing a genetic sequence for an alien life form, he uses it to produce Syl, Natasha Henstridge, a gorgeous alien human hybrid. As Fitch team grows concerned at a rapid rate of growth, Syl wrecks the laboratory and begins a violent quest for a suitable male human to impregnate her. The U.S. government dispatches top assassin Preston Lennox, Michael Madsen, and a team of experts to stop her. Now, what those two said was they should have renamed this movie and called it Feces. They both walked out on it. They said it was the worst movie ever made. Okay, that's enough.
She was so hot. She'd never acted before, and they were just like, "Just come on, just be part of our
Just
film,
run around
please."
naked.
That's literally what she did, right?
was hot.
And
Yep.
didn't she kill Alfred Molina by sleeping with him too hard? Was that
She's
movie?
an alien and she lures men.
Yeah.
And then she kills them.
I just love that it was Alfred Molina.
Alfred Molina's amazing.
With her tongue.
He's in the best Spider-Man.
I'll give you that.
All right, Species versus Just Cause.
I'll go first. I'm
Species
winning.
was the worst movie ever.
Was it?
There's no doubt that movie's. It's just cause easy. This is a walk in the park.
Okay, I'm going Species because I think it's a trap.
Literally,
Uh-huh.
she's a trap.
Yeah.
Just Cause.
I'm going with Species because I have a pattern over here. I've always picked the second movie, so I'm going with that.
There you go.
I haven't seen one movie on this list. So.
All right. Those that pick Species.
Yeah, dog. Yeah,
No
dog.
way.
Okay. Fuck
Species.
this. Fuck this.
You got to get in his head. You got to get in his head. He's been sober for 6 years. He needs things to keep him idle. Messing with us is part of that. You have to get in his head.
Species, a 44. Just Cause, a 24.
Don't we feel like that's high for Species?
No, it's
I thought it would have
Why
been like
Species of
pretty bad.
44.
It's got aliens in it, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's gonna get people. I
You
thought
haven't-
it'd be
you
like a
haven't
9.
even seen it. You don't even.
Nah, but I've seen Critters, and that's a good movie too.
Oh,
What? That's not an appropriate response.
I've seen Critters.
Now I'm mad at this girl for taking the date with you, not
Yeah.
for her what she said to you.
Right, that's true.
All right. So,
Critters.
I dedicate this victory to Dr. Ed and
Chris Sweeps.
speedy recovery to Dr. Ed, my man.
so we do normally have a
Again, a shoulder surgery, nothing serious.
Yes.
Thank you for correcting me earlier, Travis.
Labrum.
I said he has surgery. He's not in today. Hopefully he'll be better. Oh God, where's the veterinarian?
Upper body.
He's fine.
Upper
And
body.
give blood, by the way. Hillside's got a human blood donation going on in July. I've signed up for it. Check out Hillside Animal Hospital online. You can donate there.
Now, just for fun, let's play the tiebreaker that we would have used if needed. This would have been you guys guessing closest to the actual score. Closest to the actual score of this movie from 1995.
Tiebreaker, House Guest, 1995. Comedy, family, 1 hour and 53 minutes. Fast-talking con man Kevin Franklin, Sinbad, is over his head. He owes $50,000 to the mob, and they want to collect. On the run, Franklin happens upon lawyer Gary Young, Phil Hartman, and his family, who are waiting for an old friend. Young hasn't seen in 25 years. Taking the opportunity for another con, and to save his neck, Franklin convinces Young he's the old friend and becomes a family house guest. He has a great hideout from the mob, but the mafia henchmen are still on his trail.
Sinbad went to give Tommy, little Tommy.
Oh, little Tommy, my friend. Yeah.
He went to give him a fist bump.
Yeah.
And Tommy froze up, thought he wanted to shake his hand.
Yeah.
And Tommy went and just
I
covered
do
his.
that every time. That's the only way. That's how I did it. Always. I still do that.
You covered
Yeah.
it?
Of course. I was like, I don't know how to do that. Boom. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I hate that fist bump bullshit. Here, I'll hold your hand. Boom. Just grab the fist. Take it. Take it, Tommy. Tommy's hit. I got to go to the bathroom. I've been out here too long. Bye-bye.
All right. So Sean and Tommy.
Docking with your hands.
Sean and Tommy both grab the fist bump. They cover the fist bump.
I'm not trying to be funny, and I'm sure Tommy's parents are amazing people.
Hey,
But are we
don't start
certain
in.
that Sean's not his father?
No, I look exactly like my father.
That's
Okay.
true. In the pictures you did.
But they definitely should mentor each other. Maybe I don't know how that works.
My dad looks like me, but like ripped.
Uh-huh.
And your dad gave you like a wallet that
Yeah.
matches.
Yeah.
The wallet from Pulp Fiction.
Oh, we reviewed it in the
It
first
says bad
hour.
Oh, yeah?
motherfucker on it. Because that's what I am.
Oh,
Because your
man.
dad was too young when he had you.
Oh, the truest thing ever.
He treats you like a friend and not a son, okay? Like we're gonna break this down.
We honestly should just end the show on that. We should just call it a day right there. That is outstanding.
It's the opposite. My dad had me young too, but he's just like thinks I'm the loser friend from high school. Oh man.
We share a gym membership.
We cruise chicks together, bro.
Yep.
But only your dad uses it. You said he's ripped, right?
Yeah.
He hangs out by the defibrillator. Tommy does.
Tommy can't do the upper body strength. Yeah.
All right. What do we have?
House guest, what would you have guessed for that one?
I'm gonna say 58%.
58. Tommy?
57.
JC?
I'm going to go 19.
19.
Dang.
Travis?
40.
It's a 14. JC would have taken it.
Dang. Now looking back on that premise,
Yeah. Sinbad
We
was
were
kind of
really
an ass.
we were really close. Remember light skinned black dude? Like I don't know. In the photos, was Sinbad like playing a version of himself? Did he have like darker hair in the photos or something? I don't. Travis, do you remember the plot?
To House Gas?
Yeah, I didn't realize that he was.
No.
I didn't realize that he was playing one of the guy's older friends. That's
Well,
yeah.
supposedly under.
Right. That's what I mean. Yeah.
Meredith says she won't go out with me now because I have a terrible taste in movies because I talk bad about Babe.
Yeah.
Was she gonna go out with you before?
Well, no, but
She said, "Now it's not just because you're too young that I won't go on a date with you, Tommy. You also have horrible taste in film."
which I don't. I don't. I like Star Wars.
Okay.
Meredith grew up watching Bible Man. So.
Yeah, that's good. She watches Pure Flicks in her spare time. Guys, we've got to say thanks to Pure Flicks. Travis, do you remember Pure Flicks?
It's like Christian Netflix.
It's uber Christian Netflix.
But
Not
you
even.
said Pure Flux, and I was like, well, what's this one?
Yeah.
Is this
Something
a
from
weird?
Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Mhm.
so-
Yeah, that's exactly right. Quick thank you again to St. Louis Counseling Services. Check out their podcast, Mental Health Matters. stlouiscounseling.org. Wonderful website with all kinds of resources for mental health. If you're looking for a business or an individual in the St. Louis area, be sure to help out our sponsor, St. Louis Counseling Services. Also, thanks to Getaway Carts, getawaycarts.com, customized without limits. You can make that happen today, getawaycarts.com. And then also, Pet One St. Louis West. If you want great food for your pets delivered to your front door, give Lynette a shout and drop them a line online, and they'll bring great food right to your front door. Travis, what do you have? You said you're finalizing your stuff for the big presentation. Do we know when we find out if you're going to continue being better than us or you're going to head back here?
Yeah. About that, guys. We'll see. No, we won't have an idea as to who will be offered the development deal for at least a couple of more weeks. So probably like the end of the first week of July.
Two of eight of you?
Huh?
Is it 2 out of the 8?
Yes, 2 out of the 9 to be exact. So it's but development deals, the way it's been explained to me, they work. They're not all the same. Not every development deal is the same. So with Sesame Street having such a broad reach in both LA and in New York, it ultimately depends on the development deal that you work out with the company as to where you do the development, how involved they are directly with the development. Oftentimes you can do it remotely. They prefer that you be in the city that they're working on the development, but everything varies. So as far as what the future holds, I won't have a definitive answer probably for another 2 weeks. But yeah, at this point, I'm just working on, like I said, I had the opportunity to meet with some talent agents yesterday through the program, and they kind of gave us the lay of the land as far as when you're pushing new content, new material, you're trying to get your writing samples in the right people's hands. They kind of walk you through that. And so at this point, while the development deal is, I think, an overall goal for everyone, the fellowship itself sets you up for other writing opportunities as well. So we'll just see how that all unfolds.
Excited to see what happens. That is big news all around. We're running out of time. We got JC's got to get back to his thing. JC, real quick, tomorrow night, Helium Comedy Club. If people want to go for free, you've got a couple passes to give away. You can DM me. You can DM We Are Live on Facebook. We'll hook you up with JC and hook you up with Fruins. You need to go
I've got
cheer
to go
JC
in like an
on.
hour.
Yeah, so they need to make it happen now. If you
Yeah.
don't have plans tomorrow night, you can hit us up. We'll hook you up with free tickets for JC at Helium Comedy Club for St. Louis Funniest Competition tomorrow. Travis, maybe we could Skype you in, get some crowd noise for JC.
Oh yeah, I'll be more than happy to do that. Yeah, you definitely should do that.
Just Skype Travis in the crowd, put a little laptop in a chair.
Yeah, he'd love the bird sound.
JC, is that
to his
okay?
set.
Is that fine?
Yeah, it would be fine
Will
with
that be
me.
weird?
I've seen JC soothe a raucous bar crowd on many of an occasion, so I think he can handle the bird chirping in the background. So, JC, thanks so much for coming in, man.
Yeah,
What else
thanks.
we need to know? Got Wild Card every Wednesday at
Yeah, that's a Crow's Nest. Sign up. It's an open mic that we have drinking games with.
Very
and,
fun.
we throw a lot of different things into the mix, challenges for the comedians and stuff. That's at 10:30. Sign up is at 10 if any comics want to come try it.
It's one of the most fun mics in the city.
Been doing it for 5 years.
Yeah, we're the longest running weekly independent open mic.
Keep up the great work, man. Awesome appearance by JC today. We're going to skip Fair or Foul. We're going to come back. We're going to do a big prize for Fair or Foul Friday. And then, Travis, we're going to kick it old school with Fair or Foul tomorrow. We've also got Cam Jansen, from formerly of the St. Louis Blues, coming in tomorrow. So it's going to be a fun show. So be sure to tune in for that.
I like my tweet.
In the meantime, again, let us know if you want tickets to go see JC tomorrow. You can DM me or the show. For Tommy, for Travis in New York, for Gardner, for JC, that's it for We Are Live today. We're back live tomorrow at 8 a.m. We'll see you then.
Peace.